guys, Mario here. So we're being noticed. I 100% sure of that. Yesterday, my friend Steven was tweeted by the president, and Steven is fantastic. He was interviewed by Fog City Midge in Huntington Beach this weekend, and Steven is not the atypical supporter. He's this big black guy, and he wears his MAGA hat. He has a big old giant flag, and I dare anybody to try and take it from him because it's not going to happen. The other thing is we're really in play. Our California is really in play for conservatives, and I've noticed things like the president tweeting my friend Steven. Not just my friend Steven, he's tweeted my friend Lisa as well. Lisa did a flag drop in Bear Valley a few months ago off of Highway 15, Interstate 15, and the president tweeted her too about her little flag drop. Not to brag, but I was also tweeted by the president both times I went to his rallies. First time in Albuquerque, I came out, my beautiful face was on there saying, we're here, we're proud to be here, we really are. The second time, my friend Megan was putting on her hat, and of course, my very visible flag is right over her right shoulder. So I know that he sees us. I know he's been watching us. And so we need to make sure that we keep up what we're doing. Aside from that, that's not really what I'm going to talk about to you guys today. What I really want to talk about today is this thing called herd immunity. And it's going to be a minute. It's going to take a second for us to get through it all. But when we're done, you guys are going to go, whoa, trust me. Let's start with China. Start talking about China. China, if we look at their population and we talk about herd immunity, all their population gets the same vaccinations. Every single one of them. They're 100% vaccinated every single time, every single year from the flu, whatever it is that they give, and they're given by the same company. And everybody gets the same vaccinations. So when a new disease like coronavirus comes through, it's going to race to that population because none of them are immune. Every single one of them is susceptible because they all have the exact same immunizations, immunities, everything. They're carbon copies of one another. You look at a sample size like America. America doesn't do the flu shot. I would say maybe 20% of the people get flu shots, even less possibly. But what happens is Americans allow themselves to develop their natural immunity. So we have lots of variation in our herd. Now, you look at our military is given 100% of the vaccines. You are property of the U.S. government, and the U.S. government makes sure that you are vaccinated against the influenza every single year. So 100% of that sample size is vaccinated. So if you were to look at the two populations as individual populations and you were to compare them apples to apples and oranges to oranges, you would have to compare the China population with the military population of the U.S. country because they both have 100% vaccination rate. You can't look at China and say, oh, what happens in China is going to happen in America because we are completely different sample sizes. Anybody who's ever done any sort of a hypothesis scientific experiment can look at that and go, you can't look at these two because they're apples and oranges. And the American population and the Chinese population are completely different. Now, when you look at what's happened with coronavirus and the American military, we watched the coronavirus run through the American military. People were getting sick in our military. Why? Could it be because of the vaccination that it's leaving them more susceptible? Americans who are not vaccinated are getting coronavirus in lower numbers. They're recovering from coronavirus, and we're insulating way better than any other population that's been hit by this virus. So this is what I want to talk to you guys about is why? What is this? It's called herd immunity, you guys. We protect ourselves because we have variation in our immunities. And this coronavirus, this one type of coronavirus is nothing to us. Not that it's nothing to us, but it's because we are already accustomed to dealing with many different types. We are not given our vaccines, and our bodies are basically accustomed and designed to destroy this. Anybody in China and people in our military have been left susceptible because of the vaccines that they're being given. The vaccines are a lower charge, half-dying version of the disease. The rest of us don't get that. We end up fighting it 100% and we protect ourselves. This is why I'm telling people coronavirus isn't a hoax. The coronavirus is real, but the way we're dealing with it is a hoax. So we need to start talking about it like that. We are not China. China is not America. We need to open up our country. I love you guys all. I will talk to you guys later. Bye.